And this is the second video that you're going to be watching. We're going to get into a little bit of dog strategies. We're going to get into an actual hunt, and you'll see the only filmed double hit on a pheasant in archery that I've ever seen. So as far as we know, we're the only one that captured it. Me and Mark both got lucky on this one shot, and we pinned this bird right out there, about 30 yards. So enjoy the video.
Better late than never. There's Mark and Willie.
Hey, Mark.
How you doing?
Thanks for coming.
Ron.
All right. Willie, thanks for coming.
How you doing, bro?
Wayne, good to see you.
Well, you guys ready to get them today?
Yep. Let's go.
Well, why don't we go to the clubhouse, we'll warm up a little bit, and then we'll go out and get some birds.
Sounds good. Do it.
We've got Jesse from Olive Hill Kennels with a real hot, sharp-looking English pointer here. Look at this dog. He is smelling something.
That's on.
He's hot. He's on a point, guys. Is that a bird, Jess? Okay, Jess is going to handle the dog. We're going to move right in. Move right in. Wayne's on my right. Come on in, guys. I can see it. It's right out in front of them. Willie, come on in. Everybody ready? We're going to go in and boot it up. Okay, it's right out here. Draw.
My bow hit so hard, that's all there's left of that pheasant right there. Let's keep hunting.
You guys ready here?
Yep.
Take it slow, Ron.
Nice
Get
and
up
easy.
there. Go ahead and flush the bird. Get on him.
Okay, he's here. He's trying to hide on us.
Nice!
Nice shot. Here, sit,
Nice job.
sit, drop. Beautiful. There you go, Wayne.
Awesome.
Good shot.
Wow.
Pheasant taken with a bow can turn a normal pheasant hunt into a hunt of a lifetime. great way to include your hunting buddies that don't shoot a bow is have them bring a gun. This will ensure that everybody's going to take some pheasant home.
She's on scent right now. She's on scent.
Oh, there we go, guys. Let's go in. I see the bird. Everybody ready? Let's foot it up. Yes!
Good one.
Good shooting.
Shot.
Willie, you clipped the bird.
Yeah.
I heard you clip the bird. Almost didn't need Dave. One of my favorite arrows is the Axis arrow. It's an absolute bulletproof arrow compared to other carbon arrows I've used. But when it comes to pheasant hunting, my favorite arrow is the Epic. And the reason is it's so doggone light. It comes out of the bow extremely quick, and it doesn't carry a lot of weight in the air, and it's really easy to retrieve if you don't hit your pheasant. Another thing I do to get an advantage on aerial targets is I use Luminox, the glowing Nox. You can help trace your arrow in flight. If you shoot at a stationary target and you're 3 inches to the right, you have plenty of time to look at that and make a mental adjustment. In the air on aerial targets, you have a split second. The better you see your arrow, the better you can make those adjustments and start hitting your targets, clays, milk cartons, and hopefully pheasant. I know you had this bow made for you by Willie Abbott, one of the archers we're going to have up with us hunting. And could you explain the Willie bow?
Yeah, this bow is actually quite special to me because Willie hand-built this bow all by himself. And you can see it's just gorgeous wood. He used all sorts of exotic woods in this bow. And although I don't shoot it too much, and Willie's teaching me how to shoot it well, it's just a gas to shoot, and I've enjoyed every minute with it. Well, I've been taking grief from you guys because I'm the guy shooting the training wheels all weekend long. So what kind of equipment are you shooting?
Well, you shoot that compound well, Wayne, but I like a recurve. I had this one specially made for me just for pheasants, and it's 44 pounds, which is more than enough poundage to take pheasants. I'm an instinct shooter, which basically means I look at the bird and I let the arrow go, and hopefully it hits. And that's the beauty of shooting instinct with a recurve. It's off the shelf. It's a point. It's just a look and shoot.
Well, I know a lot of guys that shoot compounds, shoot sights and releases, and most of these guys are afraid to death of actually taking the sights off your bow. But in all honesty, it's just not that tough if you're only shooting 10 to 15 yards. And with a few weeks of practice, you actually would be really surprised how accurate you can get with shooting without sights.
Absolutely. Wayne, you customize that fletching so you can shoot it out of a compound. Could you explain that again?
Yeah, the way I make these arrows is pretty simple. It's just a standard flu arrow. We start off with 12-inch long, full-length turkey feathers, and I cut them down to 4 inches. A general flu arrow has 6 of these on the rear end of the shaft. And what that really does is it slows down the momentum of the arrow so it doesn't go 200 or 300 yards when you shoot it in the air. But what I do that's a little different is on this side of the arrow, I leave one of the feathers off. And that simply gives me a nice sight plane so I can look right down the arrow so the feathers aren't in the way when I'm aiming at the bird. So in fact, when I'm shooting it, kind of looks like a notch, like the rear end of a sight, and then I just line up the front end of the sight, which is the front end of the arrow with the bird. When hunting pheasants with the bow, there are many different types of tips you can actually use to get the job done. But the most important thing is you want to make sure that the points are dog friendly. If you have a dog that retrieves really hard, you want to make sure he doesn't hurt himself on the tip of the arrow. The types of points that we've used that work very well are a snarrow point, which is a 3-inch head that works very well on clay pigeons and also works great when you're shooting pheasants. Going down a little bit, you have a 2-inch Zwicky head, which is called a condor point. Does a great job. It really wrecks them if you hit them with that. The little brother to that point is also a Zwicky head, and that's a 1-inch point. And again, these things are great because they don't bury in the grass and they do a lot of damage when they hit a pheasant. Last but not least is a standard field point. We've just ground the tips down to make them dog friendly. You can use any of those points and it'll do a great job on your next pheasant hunt.
Seems like I spent a lifetime finding the perfect upland boot, and I found one here with this Irish Setter 831 DSS. Stands for Dynamic Spine System, and what it means to the hunter is comfort all day long. That type of comfort will allow you to cover more ground and stay focused on the hunt. You'll have more success. The other thing you want to stay away from, even though there's quality hunting boots out there, they'll have heavy lug soles. Those will pick up pounds of mud and wear you out at the end of the day. So you want to look for a sole that's designed for upland hunting. If you're in an area that gets snow and mud, it's commonly referred to or known as crud. It's the nastiest stuff out there. It will ruin a good pair of leather boots. Rubber boots, these Rut Masters, are worth their weight in gold. I'm often asked if I prefer a glove or a tab. If I'm shooting fetus style, Olympic style, which is commonly referred to, I like a tab, but if I'm shooting instinctive, I like a glove. This is a stick-tight glove from Black Widow. I absolutely love it, but one of the biggest complaints I hear about gloves is when they're brand new, they're too tight. You break them in, they shoot perfectly for a while, and then they get loose or sloppy. I overcome that by reconditioning my gloves. If they get loose and sloppy, I soak them in water, I throw them in my dryer on high, the leather tightens up, and they come out in perfect condition. And that way, I always have a couple of gloves in perfect shooting condition. You're also going to need some flu arrows. Later on in this DVD, there's a step-by-step instruction how to fletch and make your own custom flu arrows, or you can simply purchase them. There's a few other minor equipment things you might not have considered. One, I wear a high-quality pair of polarized glasses, partly because I require a prescription to see well. If you don't need a prescription, a good pair of polarized glasses like these Smith will enhance the contrast of your game in the field, and the polarized nature of the lenses reduce eye strain over the day. The key point to all of this is the longer you can stay in the field, the more comfortable you are, the more focused you'll be, and when all hell breaks loose and that pheasant explodes at your feet, you'll be ready. I hope you find some of the techniques, strategies, and equipment we've shared with you helpful on your next wing shooting adventure. Many wing shooters would like you to believe it's difficult to hit a moving target. This furthers the mystique and the magical qualities of hitting something out of the air with a bow, but quite honestly, it's way easier than it looks. And if you've never done it before, it's way more fun. I feel most of us got into archery for the enjoyment. So to me, the world's best archer is the person having the most fun at that particular time. So all you need now is some milk cartons, some friends, and an open field, and you're in for a lifetime of fun. I'll see you out there in the fields. Be safe. That's right, Wayne. We're going to cover everything you need to know about taking pheasants with archery equipment. This one launcher controller will run as many as 6 launchers. You can have your own mini clays course at home.
Cool. Nice.
He didn't think I could catch. There it is. Put the bird here. That's hunting. That's hunting.
That's a quick dog there.
Pick me up. Go ahead.
Oh, thanks. You can also...
Video 3, we're going to show the fletching. We're going to talk about that, and I'll show you some of the new things I'm doing with my fletching arrows, and we'll show you the old one between the two things you're going to be able to fletch the perfect arrow for your hunting experience. One of the new videos I have coming out is going to be never lose another arrow. Now these are Axis shafts from Eason, bulletproof shaft. This is what I'm using for pheasant now because now it's a heavier arrow and it flies a little longer and faster. I'm able to tag my pheasants out 20, 25 yards. I've done as far as 30, which blows me away. When I hit a bird 30 yards away, I fall down the grass and start doing like snow angels. I can't believe I did that shot. But that's what these arrows do for me because they have the weight and the speed to get there. I'm going to show you why we paint the shaft. Kerry, a buddy at my club, came up with this. It's been invaluable for finding arrows. I'll show you how that works. We use Luminox, which really brightens up, especially in low light. You can see it a mile away in the field, which is fantastic, helps you locate your nocks. The feathers I use, we'll talk about flight and why we use them. And I also put pheasant scent on my feathers before I go hunting. So if all else fails, I put my dogs on my arrows, they go through the field, they point my arrows. I've never lost another arrow. We'll show you how that all works. All right, thanks for watching, thanks for supporting. Remember to hit all the bells and whistles, all that kind of stuff. I think you guys know what to do. Subscribe, you probably already, hopefully you're subscribed. Thanks again for watching. See you in the field.
When that dog points a bird, you know literally within a few feet where that bird is at.